Hello and welcome to the Villa Park podcast. It's me, Rich, and I'm back with another Aston Villa news update, bringing you my views on, bringing you up to speed and giving you my views with the latest news that's been happening in the Villa verse. Few things seem to be cooking at the moment, so yeah, I'll give you my views on that and get your comments in as to what you think that I raise on this video. So before we get into it, just want to say a massive thank you to everyone. We are about seven, I think we're 7 or 8 subscribers away from 1800, well on the way to 2K. So please continue to support us. Hit that like button and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and really do help us get to 2K before the season starts. We're well on the way to that. So if we can get 2K and beyond, that would be amazing. And if you would like to support the channel even more, by becoming a member for just $1.99 a month, then hit that join button and become an official Villa Park Pod follower. So without further ado, Pau Torres. Now it looks like things are hotting up on the pursuit for Pau Torres. It has now been reported by Fabrizio Romano, obviously, but he's mentioned that we're interested. He is now saying that we're in advancing in talks to sign Pau Torres, although the deal's not completed yet. Progressing to key stages between the two clubs, and Bayern Munich, who were the other team that were apparently interested in him, have gone for Kim, a South Korean centre back, and now it looks like the path is clear for Torres to come to Villa. Obviously, before that news was reported, it was spoken about in the last couple of days that he had decided to leave Villarreal. He's been convinced by Unai Emery to join the project at Villa Park. So things are progressing well, and it looks like he will potentially something will be done in the next few days. There's also been debate on Twitter about kind of, do we need this type of player? Is he coming in to replace a Mings? Is he coming in to replace a Konza? Now, to me, I think if a player is wanted by the coach, first of all, and he's going to play in the style that the coach wants, then it's obviously going to improve the team and improve how we play. It's also going to improve the players around that player. When you bring in top quality players, Spanish international, 26 years old, it's obviously going to improve everyone else around him. We hopefully are going to be playing more matches. You can play different players for different scenarios. You could even play 3 centre backs if you needed to. So there's lots of possibilities, and we know the way Emery likes to play in terms of the ball being played from the goalkeepers to the centre backs and then making progressive passes. Then this is something that then Pau Torres is someone that is used to that and can really and really shine in that position. So look, it's for me, it's a positive on all parts. It also covers you if a bid comes in for a Konsa, a bid even comes in for a Tyrone Mings, because then you're replacing quality with quality. So for me, it's a win-win in all situations, and I wouldn't hold us to that being our main signing. There's obviously needs further forward. But Tielemans and potentially Pau Torres in the first, 2 or 3 weeks of the transfer window is phenomenal. And there is, rumblings of Goncalves, Sporting Lisbon have upped their stake in the player, which tends to be done when a sale is to be made, and that would be a hell of a signing. So, look, let's get this one over the line first if it is to happen. You guys let me know in the comments what your thoughts on Pau Torres, but for me, I think it would be a real statement of intent. It would show that we are serious. It would show that we can attract players of that higher caliber, and would raise the standards throughout the team. And let's not forget, that players sometimes take that little bit of time to settle into Premier League life. So he may be eased in at the start and then become a full first team regular. But look, he's going to be a big signing for us, and yeah, let's hope we can get it over the line. Second point is it was reported yesterday, as in Tuesday, was the plans for the North Stand and the Villa Live building have kind of um, quietly been shelved, shall we say, if you want to be polite about it. It looks like the North Stand extension will still happen. The clubhouse will be rehomed inside the North Stand, as well as refurbishment of bar and hospitality areas. And then the old Stumps building, which is now used as the fun zone, the family fun zone, will be redeveloped as an offices for, ticket office, and then potentially renovated for further entertainment. And the Villa Live building has, shall we say, been put on the back burner until those things are done. In other words, it it's not going to happen anymore. And for me, I think all these plans are fantastic, and the diagrams are fantastic, and it's not something that is set in stone. Lots of times ideas change, lots of times things are proposed and then get revised. So it's not to be, kind of you shouldn't be shocked that these type of things potentially happen. My opinion is that Chris Heck has looked at a lot of these decisions that have been made over the last year or so, and has thought, let's just take a step back. Let's just make sure that we get things right, and let's not be too hasty with everything. And that building, that where the family fun zone was, let's face it, is old. It could do with a revamp. And why couldn't that be an area that is a really posh bar area, as well as being a family area, as well as being the office, the club shop being part of the redeveloped North Stand. If you've got this building like this Villa Live building, potentially it's only going to be used when Villa are playing. How could they keep that? I know they're going to regenerate the area, but how are they going to keep that as a viable business proposition? What events could they likely have there? So it's a difficult one, because it's a step into the unknown. Whereas if you've got a club shop housed in part of the stadium, then that it's a destination that people are going to go to. So yeah, I think for me, I think it's potentially the right move to kind of take stock and redevelop that what was existing there, and then go from there. Obviously, with the stand being redeveloped anyway, that will be a fantastic site as it is. So we'll have to reserve judgment and just wait and see. And for me, I think the Tottenham model, where they have the bar inside the stadium and people stay after the game, that's kind of the image that I would rather have, in terms of whether it's a big massive bar area in the North Stand that's part of the club, and then is open on evenings, or is open when we have European events and people can go and watch the game. That would potentially be a more viable option than something that has to be there permanently, and has to be used as a viable business constantly, and yeah, it opens itself up to more risk. But again, you guys let me know your thoughts in the comments. What do you think? Do you think it's a little bit chaotic from the club? Do you think it shows a little bit of lack of organisation? Does it point to maybe rumblings behind the scenes that might not be 100% right? You guys let me know, because I think potentially it's Chris Heck, stamping his authority, saying let's take stock, let's make sure we get this right. But you guys let me know your thoughts. And finally, a couple of reports on international duty. Our England starlets in Cameron Archer and Jacob Ramsey have been tearing it up for the England under-21s. They have qualified for the group, 3 wins out of 3, not conceded a goal. And yesterday, after his exploits in the first game, Ramsey scored a wonderful goal, combining with Anthony Gordon from Newcastle. Yesterday, the Villa duo combined for the opening goal against Germany, which was a trademark finish from Cameron Archer. And if this guy isn't used in the first team next season, I don't know what. He has to be used. The pace, the movement, the finish, in my opinion, is better than Ollie Watkins. Ollie Watkins has got his own qualities, but the coolness of the finishing, the movement off the shoulder, the pace, for me, it has to be used next season. So yeah, Archer is, if he gets the game time, he will be an absolute star. So let's use him next season, because you're scoring goals at England under-21 level doesn't always translate. You score goals in the Championship. For me, that is a more of a measure of whether you're a player or not. And he will definitely be a player, and I don't want us to miss out on him. So yeah, let's keep an eye on him in the tournament, and let's make sure he gets a good pre-season. and hopefully he will be in the first team next year. And then finally, Leon Bailey, who unfortunately missed a penalty against the USA, but he came back with a bang yesterday with Jamaica, scoring and assisting in their 4-1 or 4-0 win against Trinidad and Tobago. And, I think drawing against USA is a good result for Jamaica. They've now got some very good players. Damari Gray is playing for them, Bobby Reed, as you can see there, Mikel Antonio, and obviously Leon Bailey. And it's great to see him looking in good form. And I think playing over the summer in this tournament will do him some real good. And hopefully he can come back fit and firing and strong and ready for the season, because it needs to be a big one from Leon. Watching the kind of goals from the last season, it's interesting to see how many he was involved in and how many contributions he had in what could be claimed as an inconsistent season. So a little bit more consistency from Bailey, and he could really get double figures next season in terms of goals, because he hit the bar something like 5 or 6 times last season as well. So look, let's hope that this gives him the confidence, because he's a real confidence player. Let's hope that builds his strength up. But good to see him scoring goals and doing well for Jamaica. That's it from me on this short news update. Thank you very much for watching. As I said before, we're on the road to 2K. Hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for your support. It's been amazing. And hopefully we'll be back later on in the week with news of a big signing of Pau Torres. It looks like things are progressing well. So before then, thank you for watching. And as always, please remember, we all follow the Villa. Thanks, everyone.